Hey, Mary Blue. Hey, Night Owl Sis. How y'all doing? Hey, Miss St. Blues Hockey. Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? Hey, Big Mother Insanity. Hey, y'all. Hey. What is going on? Welcome. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Cause I am. I'm having a good Sunday. I've been tired. That's why I'm drinking some coffee, y'all. Sticking to the coffee. I don't know what's going on. I'm just been tired. But a few people, have messaged me about Lavena Johnson's case. Um, so I definitely wanted to talk about it, and bring it to the forefront. Um, and I was doing a little looking up on it, and it's very sad. And it's obvious somebody did something to her. So we're going to add Lavena Johnson to the board on this channel. We're going to add her. Like I said, I am aware for those that people was out searching for Orrin Orson today. I am very aware of that. And I did watch some things. So until the police come out, I'm waiting on Monday for them to. Hey, LaKendra. Hey, Crystal Moore. I'm waiting on the police to come out and speak on the news on Monday to address any further updates for Orrin Orson. But I have, I'm looking and seeing what they got going on. But a few people brought Lavena Johnson to the table, so we're going to speak about her today. But I want to show y'all a police shooting video. It happened here in Nashville. That's where I reside, for those who don't know. I'm in the South. I am... Here, share screen. Okay. I'm a Southern girl. I was in the North, raised in the North. But even though I was raised up North, I'm from the South. And when I finished high school, I came back to the South. News Channel 5. That's what it is. Some people feel like this shooting that was done a couple of days ago where this woman lost her life could be a Black Lives Matter situation. I don't believe that, because she shot at the cop first. Now, when you're shooting at the police, what do you think gonna happen? They're gonna shoot you. They're gonna shoot at you. They're going to kill you. They're going to kill you. Videos. That's what I need. Videos. They're going to kill you. It's different when I look it up from my phone than from my... There you go. Here you go. It did look different from my... But they're gonna shoot you, okay? So where's the video? But this is a photo of the girl that was stopped, okay, by the police officer. She was stopped by the police officer. Her boyfriend had warrants on him, and the car's in his name. So that's why the police ran the car. That's why they pulled her over, okay? That's why they pulled her over, all right? Here's the video right here. Okay, so let me give you a brief update. Okay, so that's why they pulled this young woman over. Well, where'd you go? So he pulled her over. He realized it's his girlfriend. She has drugs. She has marijuana. She has dope, coke, you name it. She got it on her. She takes off running. He tases her. Okay, he tases her. She takes off running. He tases her. She makes it, runs around to the car. She gets inside, reach for her gun, pow, shoot the officer. After she shoot the officer, he shoot her, boom, 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 boom. So she pulls off with her car door open. She pulls off, okay, and she makes it not too far where she crashes her car. She's taken to the hospital where she later died. Okay, so let me play the video. That's a pretty much a rough briefing of the situation. Let me play it for you. Let me make sure it's big enough for y'all.
I'm Don Aaron with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. This is a video news release concerning an exchange of gunfire between a woman and a Metro police officer on Friday morning, March 12th. The officer was wounded and is hospitalized. The woman was fatally wounded and died at a local hospital. You are about to see body-worn and in-car camera footage so that you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know up to now. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and this police department conduct thorough use of force investigations. This investigation is at the early stages and will take time to complete. A word of caution. The images and information you are about to see may be disturbing and difficult to watch. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for children and sensitive viewers. Just after 9:30 a.m., Field Training Officer Josh Baker from the East Precinct was patrolling in the area of Brick Church Pike and Ewing Drive when he spotted...
What's going on? Don't start these. Don't start it.
He spotted a black 2015 Chevrolet Camaro. Officer Baker was aware that the registered owner of the Camaro, convicted felon Demond Buchanan, had 6 outstanding drug warrants charging 5 felonies and 1 misdemeanor that were issued last month for possession of heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, ecstasy, Xanax, and crack cocaine. Officer Baker radioed to check on the airborne status of a police helicopter, believing that the driver of the Camaro might try to flee.
23. 23. Is there one still available? Or up?
The Camaro stopped in the parking lot of the Dollar General store. Officer Baker found that it was being driven not by the wanted drug felon, but by Nika Nicole Holbert.
23. Everything's 10-4 right now. He's not in here.
10-4. You want me to give everyone a signal line?
10-4.
While Ms. Holbert essentially complied with Officer Baker's directives during the first few minutes of their interaction, her compliance changed after Officer Baker found what appeared to be marijuana and a powder substance in her bag and attempted to detain her while waiting for backup officers. As you will see, Officer Baker drew his non-lethal taser in an effort to safely bring Ms. Holbert into custody. Officer Baker drew his service pistol when he saw that Ms. Holbert had pulled a gun. As he demanded that she put the gun down, Holbert shot Baker. He returned the fire.
Just bring your bag out here. Ma'am, stop going through it. Come step right back here. What did you take out of it?
Come on, video. What's up?
Okay. 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 All right. Listen. Just come back here. Here, I think we're getting off on the wrong foot. Okay.
Because I'm really confused on.
Waiting for what?
Why I'm getting
He's
stopped.
got several warrants.
Okay, that has nothing to do with me.
You don't know who's in the car.
Nobody's in my car.
Well, now I know that. However, now I'm going to address the other problems.
Okay, so you want my bag and all my belongings.
So just step right back here.
Can I use the restroom?
And you know there's being audio and video
That's
recorded, just to
fine.
let you know.
Okay.
23, if you did have one more, that would be good.
10-4, dispatch any unit near Ewing Drive and for church, Ewing Drive and for church.
Can we step back here?
21 to 23, do you need code 3?
Negative, just code 2. So it's just in here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, was there...
Well, I'm about 5 minutes from you.
Is this...
Yes. Just call me another day. Hey, Mom, I need you to come to Alpha Trinity Lane right there where Street Pole is with Dollar General.
23 to 25.
I just got pulled over because Divine name is on the car. And he wanted to know if he was in the car, if he was not in the car. But I do got weed.
Hey, are you available?
I'm right here in the Dollar General.
They can be in a couple minutes.
Brick Church
Brick Church.
and Ewing.
13, can I have you starting around? You're about 4 minutes away. Disregard, actually, disregard on that.
Yeah, I'm not done with that though. Where's your lighter at?
13, it says you're about 7 minutes away
I'll get it for you in a
that.
second, okay?
To Ewing Drive,
Oh,
Brick
right there
Church,
in your-
and the Dollar General. Can I have you start across the 23?
You scaring me.
Thank you.
Here, do me a favor, turn.
No, hold
Turn
on.
around.
Don't put me in handcuffs. I haven't done anything wrong.
Ma'am,
No, don't put me
you're about to get paid. Get out! Get out on the ground! Down on the ground! Step out. Man, put the gun down! Put the gun down! 43 shots fired! Shots fired!
10-4, 13, keep at that code 3.
23, I'm hit. Step out. Man, put the gun down! Put the gun down! 43 shots fired! Shots fired!
10-4, 13, keep at that code 3.
23, I'm hit.
Officer Baker was shot in the side of his torso. The round went under his bulletproof vest. Holbert tossed her semi-automatic pistol in the parking lot before fleeing in the Camaro. She drove for about a block before running off the road at the intersection of Brick Church Pike and Morewood Drive. Officers rendered aid for her gunshot wounds until an ambulance arrived. She died later Friday morning at a local hospital. Officer Baker is in stable condition after undergoing surgery. In the coming days, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and the Davidson County District Attorney's Office will continue to investigate and analyze this incident. By policy, the MNPD will also be conducting an administrative review of the tactics and interaction you have just seen to ensure that they meet the high standards expected of our officers. Thank you for watching this video news release.
Okay. So this is not a in my opinion, this is not a Black Lives Matter situation. So I don't expect, some people disagree with me, and that's totally fine, but this is not a issue where, a cop just did something to you, and against the law. He was asking you to comply with him. You had drugs. You should have known once they found the drugs, they was going to put you in handcuffs. At the end of the day, she could have bonded out of jail. She would have been alive today if she didn't react the way she reacted. It's just very sad. Because somebody, hey, Air Force One, hey, Locked and Loaded, hey, everybody coming in. She unfortunately lost her life for no reason whatsoever. For no reason. And it's sad. It's sad that she should have just put her hands behind her back. You already called your mother. Put your hands behind your back. Go on downtown. They're going to put you a bond it was a little amount of drugs. It wasn't like it was just so much. It was just a small little amount of drugs you had in your possession. So if you would have just put your hands behind your back, go on downtown, bond out, you would have been good. But running, leading you get tased, then you go in the car and you draw a weapon, he shoot at you. This is insane, and that's the good point, LaKendra. She probably had children. We don't know, but all of this led to her not being here anymore. And it's just, it's wild to me. But I wanted to bring that because, I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee, and this happened here in my hometown. And this is just crazy. The police did his job. He pulled the car over. He thought it was the boyfriend who had suspected warrants. Okay. And then he found out it to be you. You have drugs. Of course, you're going to go to jail. All right, bond. You're going to give you a bond. You're going to bond out. All the way around. Okay, Locked and Loaded. And yeah, she was probably scared, but he most likely, if he's a real boyfriend, he would have bonded her out. Her family, somebody would have went down there and bonded her out, So of course, I get it to be scared, but when you riding around with guns and drugs, there's always that chance you might get arrested or pulled over. Just that chance is always there when you're driving, a chance you might get pulled over. So whatever you got, is just be mindful of that. You might get pulled over. And then the boyfriend most likely probably would have went down there, bonded her out, and she would have been alive and home today. And of course, she would have to go back to court for the drug charges and whatnot that she might have had. But it's just very sad and unfortunate that she ended up losing her life over something where she could have just complied with the officer. You know, he seemed like he was cool, you know. He seemed like he was all right, you know. I didn't see him using no extra force that he wasn't supposed to use. I didn't see him doing anything outside of his job, you know. But that was the question I had. That kind of, I wanted to know, why did he search her purse? What was the reason for searching her purse? I did have that question. I was telling somebody about that. I was like, okay, I didn't see him do anything far as out of his procedure, far as him shooting her. She pulled out the gun first. Okay, I see that. But what was the probable cause of searching the purse? Now that I have that question for, because that's what I was about to bring up. The search. What was the probable cause for the purse search? If you pulled it over, you found out it's not the boyfriend that has the outstanding warrants. What led you to search her purse? How did y'all get to that point? That is the question that I had, because I'm just kind of confused on how did he get to the purse search. It's like he didn't search the car. He didn't make it to the car search yet. So it's like, how did he get to the purse search? That's what I'm you know, that's the question that I'm having about this. I think he figured she had drugs. Did he ask? If not, he should have had a warrant. Okay, I'm not sure about the search. Is that because the car had warrants? Yeah, okay. That's a good question. Maybe it's because the car had warrants. I don't know. But that's what I would like to know. Searching, what led him to search the purse? Did he have a probable cause? She was doing something. He asked her what she took out. Okay, so she was probably trying to disregard, throw out the drugs then. That's what I would be assuming. Warrants on the car is an open reign for the cops. Okay. Okay. But yeah. But the situation, fear that boyfriends that are very abusive, no matter what color boyfriend could have sent her to make a sales catch to say no, just see. Yeah. I don't know what she was doing. No, you good, locked and loaded. I don't know what she was doing. I have no idea where she was going or anything like that. You know, I just know she was pulled over, you know, because they suspected that it was the boyfriend, and then it led to her being dead, her being shot by the cops, which is just crazy to me. Yeah, it didn't look like she panicked. She did panic. But to shoot at a cop in a panic, ugh. You asking to be laid down 6 feet. With all the stuff that's going on today, with police shootings, and you asking for it. You asking for it. And that was a simple stop to me. That was just a simple traffic stop that led to murder. No real man would involve a woman. That's right. I mean, she was in that trap girl type of lifestyle, as it seems like. You know, she lived that lifestyle. And when you live that lifestyle, it's just, oh, you didn't see her shoot? Mm-hmm. She shot. She shots. She did. She hit him. You know, when she shot him, that's when he fell. That's why he fell, victim. That's why he fell. Yeah, he got shot in the torso. He got shot in the torso. In the torso. Mm-hmm. But he let off a couple of shots, you know, as he was going down. He let off a couple of shots. And as you could see that she was bleeding. I know one of the bullets hit her like butt area, her hip area, because you could see when she was, backing up to pull off, there was blood coming out of her dress, so you can see that she got hit in the butt area. Now, the other wounds, I couldn't really see that quick, because she was pulling off, but I did see the blood come from the side of her leg and butt area where he got her a couple of times, and then she didn't, she succumbed to her injuries at the hospital. But it was something just as simple as a traffic stop turned into one person dead and a cop injured, when you have real cases of brutality by cop, So this, and like I said, some people, feel differently about it. That it's a Black Lives Matter incident. I do not believe it is. So, but everybody has their own opinion on it. It's respected. But she shot first. She didn't comply. She will be here today. And I pray for her family and her friends, because they lost someone in this manner. Anytime you lose somebody in this type of manner, it's sad. It's messed up. But no, I do not see it as a Black Lives Matter incident, or I don't. When we have so many cases where there are people really victimized, by police or by law enforcement, this is just not one of those situations. This is just not one of those situations. It's not. So if people make it out that that's on them, I will not be partaking in that. Now, if it was a real situation, I will be rallying, but this is not that situation. So I will not be partaking when she was dead wrong for pulling out a gun on him. What do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? Okay. That's just common sense. And me have went through police training. They teach the cops to shoot center mass. Okay. So they're going to aim where they're taught to aim. And that's where most of your organs are. So not going to really have a big chance of surviving any incident if you pull a gun out on a police officer. They're going to kill you. It's just what it is. They're going to kill you. Yeah, she was absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And like I said, I just, I pray for the family. If she have any kids, I feel sorry for them, because they're without a mother. They're without a mother, and the family that has to bury her over some simple as a traffic stop, as to lose your life, is sad. It's just really, really sad. Really, really sad. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy. But so I wanted to bring y'all that video and give y'all my take on that video. And it was no crime committed in my eyes against anyone. It was just a very unfortunate situation in my eyes. And I watched it a few times. And I did have that one question of why did he search her purse? What led him to search to her purse to lead to him trying to arrest her? But, that was the only thing I wanted to know. But other than that, I didn't see nothing that he did wrong. Now, let's go on to Lavena Johnson. So she was a military. She was in the military. Let me go to my bookmarks real quick. Let me pull it up. But I'll be showing you guys her It should pop up. So this is Lavena Lynn Johnson. She was born July 27th, 1985. She died July 19, 2005, and she was in the United States Army. She was found dead in her tent. Her death was controversially ruled as a suicide, but the evidence of rape and battery led many to believe the United States Department of Defense covered it up. Now, a couple of y'all, which I love y'all wanted me to look in this. More than one person came to me about this case, and it needed to be brought to the forefront. It needed some attention. So, and this is crazy. I'm going to read y'all some of the things that was done to her and how they could have thought it was a suicide. I don't know, but it's definitely smell like a cover up by the Army. Okay, it definitely does. And I'm gonna get to the grisly details in a minute. So she's the daughter of Dr. John Johnson, a service veteran, and Linda Johnson was born and grew up in Florissant, Missouri. The 5'1" African-American honor student enlisted in the Army immediately after graduating from Hazelwood Central High School. She was deployed to Iraq and stationed in Balad. She had been there for 8 weeks before her death on July 19th, 2005, 8 days before her 20th birthday. Her death was officially ruled a suicide by the Department of Defense. However, her father was suspicious when he saw her body in the funeral home and decided to investigate. The Army initially refused to release information, but did so under the Freedom of Information Act after Representative William Lacey raised questions about it at the congressional hearings over at Pat Tillman's death. The autopsy report and photographs revealed Johnson had a broken nose, a black eye, loose teeth, burns from a corrosive chemical on her genitals, and a gunshot wound that seemed inconsistent with suicide. Several reports have suspected that the chemical burns were to destroy DNA evidence of a rape. Bloody footprints were discovered outside of her living quarters. Okay, so that alone lets you know this is not no suicide. This was a rape, cover up, and murder. Cover up. And they attempted to cover it up with pouring some type of chemicals on her genital area to destroy DNA evidence. And it's sad to say, but this is not unheard of in the Army. These last couple of years, there have been a lot of Army deaths and cover-ups. And I'm hearing more and more about them. Okay. But this was definitely a cover-up. Definitely a cover-up. And I'm glad the family is fighting. And we're going to bring attention to it because this is completely insane and completely wrong. And we want justice for Lavena. We want her killer to be brought to justice. And I don't know how she would shoot herself with a long-handed gun like that. That's hard. You would use something simple as a handgun. You wouldn't use a damn rifle, excuse my language, to do that. Okay, so a spokesperson from the House Armed Services Committee said in June 2008 that the committee was looking into Johnson's death, but they were not yet committing to a formal investigation. Christopher Gray, Chief Public Affairs in the U.S. Criminal Investigative Command for the Army, has said that the case remains closed as far as they are concerned. Okay. Following a February 2007 KMOV News report on Johnson's death, an online petition addressed to the House Armed Services Committee and the Senate Armed Services Committee was launched, closing with 37,319 supporters. This was followed by the creation of an official Lavena Johnson website dedicated to developments and prompting a new Army investigation of her death. The petition closed on May 24, 2008 with nearly 12,000 signatures. Preparations are being made to deliver to two committees, In July 2008, the online Black activist group Color Change launched another online petition calling on Henry Waxman, chair of the House Oversight Committee, to conduct a hearing into Lavena Johnson's death and the Army's handling of her case and others like it. All right, so they also did a documentary film about Lavena Johnson's family struggle for justice. That was in 2010, directed by Joanne Brooker, and it was titled Lavena Johnson, The Silent Truth. Okay. Also on July 19th, the Criminal Justice Students in the Cold Case Investigative Research Institute, run as a student club by 3 universities, selected Johnson's case as their case for investigation. Okay. So the CCIRI's crime scene reconstruction aims to help shed light on the case that has attracted worldwide attention. Okay, so they did not dispute any Army's findings. Huh? Why not? This is sick. This is just sick to me. So this has been going on, and I'm shocked. So I see why people have brought it to my attention. I mean, this has been going on since 2005. 2005. Let me show y'all something else. 2005. And this is a photo of her. She was very beautiful. See, in the Army, another thing about them is them people, you know, they have a code. They have a code. They go by a code. Okay? And they stick together. Okay? They stick together and they think they can get away with stuff. They think they can get away with rape and sodomy. And a lot of these people think they can just get away with that type of crime because they're fighting for the country. And I strongly disagree. I strongly disagree with that. But they cover up. The women have a hard time in the Army. They have a very hard time. You got to fight to prove that you're, you know, equal to the male soldier. You know, you have to fight to prove that you can do it, that you're no different. You got to fight to try to even be better than the next male cadet, that and the third. So you already have that. Then you have some that feel like they can rape you, do what they want to do to you. Okay, because we've seen those cases. They've been brought to the forefront. And you got to shut up. And if you say anything, your superiors, a lot of times and in situations, they keep it on the hush-hush. They want to sweep it under the rug or have you talk to a counselor. Oh, you can tell it to the counselor, but they don't really like you to go to the outside of the Army or the base that you're located at. They don't want you to go to any other superiors outside. They don't want you to go to law enforcement. They want to keep it in-house. That's the type of people that they are in a lot of these cases that I've seen. So I know how it goes. They have a strict code that they stick to. They don't want to, let me check, y'all. They don't want to, they want to keep it in-house. They want to keep it in-house. Okay? So, but this, just from the autopsy findings alone, it's murder. It's not suicide. It's not suicide. This is murder. She didn't do all that to herself. So somebody had those bloody footprints outside of her living quarters. Okay? Somebody did that and walked out. So they got right here, who killed Lavena Johnson? That's what I would like to know. Somebody on that base did it. Somebody in the Army did it. That's what we do know. And I wonder, do they have cameras to see who came out of her living quarters. So the Army claims that 5'1" African-American soldier from North County died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound with a rifle. Very hard to do, but they're saying Lavena did it. Her father, John Johnson, PhD of Florissant, said color photos and documents obtained under the Freedom of Information Act from the military suggest otherwise. All right, they said their worst fears were sustained when they started going through information from the Army. Since his daughter's death, Johnson has been searching for answers that align with the evidence in the case. John hopes that a congressional body can push for answers beyond the official report. The House Armed Services Committee is looking into Private Johnson's case, but no decisions have been made regarding a formal investigation. And I'm very surprised. Not so surprised, but a little surprised that this was a very obvious case of murder, that they won't even reopen the investigation and do their job and investigate this obvious murder. I mean, she didn't rape herself. She didn't pour those things inside of her own vagina. I mean, she didn't do this to herself. I mean, what do you mean you're not investigating this? That makes no sense to me. So I understand why they're fighting so hard, as they should be, because this wasn't. Now, if she just had a single gunshot, even with a rifle, without all of this, maybe, we don't know. But with all of these, with the broken nose, the teeth missing, I mean, come on, really? No, definitely not. And she definitely needs justice. Johnson was the first woman soldier from Missouri killed in Iraq. Questions surrounding her death were brought to the attention of U.S. Rep. Ike Skeleton during her parents' visit in April to Washington, D.C., to speak with him and other members of Congress. Skeleton spoke with the father and mother, Linda Johnson. Her father, who previously served in the U.S. Army and worked and retired as a civilian personnel specialist for the Army, said efforts to obtain a CD-ROM of colored photos taken by Army investigators were unfruitful until U.S. Rep. Lacey Clay spoke about the case at the Pat Tillman and Jessica Lynch congressional hearing. Clay put them on the spot during the Jessica Lynch hearings, so they sent the images to me. He said the pictures and documents from the incident proved that his daughter had been brutalized, raped, beaten, shot, and set on fire. So we're going to add her being set on fire. So she did that too. She set herself on fire. She did that too. This is very obviously a big cover-up. A big cover-up. And I'm surprised nobody is going real crazy about this case. Like, people should be out there protesting on the streets about this girl to make them hear. Seriously. So also it says, he said the pictures and documents from the incident prove that his daughter has been brutalized, raped, beat, shot, and set on fire. He said someone poured lye in her vagina to destroy evidence, her father said. Her body was dumped in a dirty, filthy contractor's tent. I told my wife I could let it go, but someone would get away with murder, and I couldn't live with myself. Okay? Photos taken of Private Johnson where her body was found and an autopsy was examined by the American. Although the body was fully clothed and on its back at the scene, nude images taken at autopsy show burns to the right side of the body and lividity, the pooling of blood inside the body after death on her left side. The victim's nose appeared to be broken and pushed inward to the left side. There was imprint that appeared to be a bullet lodged in the front of her head, above her left eye on the side of what was described by medical examiners as an exit wound. A copy of a sketch in an official investigative document her father received from the Army titled Rough Sketch Depicting Crime Scene, raises questions about how Johnson could have shot herself with her own rifle when, as outlined in the sketch, a cot is located neatly between the body and her weapon. The written autopsy report by the Army called her death a suicide, which is not, you guys. We not calling it a suicide. Her father had the body exhumed and re-examined in 2007 by a Dr. Michael Graham, medical examiner in St. Louis, who said Johnson died of a gunshot wound to the head. After her death, the Army promoted Lavena Johnson to the first class and awarded her with the Good Conduct Medal and an Army With an Army accommodation medal? After she's dead? After her death, the Army promoted her. She's dead. She's dead. That's how you know they done did something wrong and tried to cover it up, because they're sitting up here trying to. That means nothing if she's not here to see it and experience her promotion. It means nothing. It means she didn't go die in honor. She didn't go die in Iraq. She died in vain of a fellow brother or sister raping a fellow brother, raping her. This wasn't she went out there and went to war and unfortunately got hit with a bullet or, killed by an enemy in war. This is not that. This is her being killed by her own fellow soldier. This is what this is. So a promotion means nothing. That means that's disrespectful. That's disrespect to her. That means nothing. And that's how you know they did something. That they covering this up. Because why would you feel the need to promote her after death? Why would you feel the need to? You didn't do it before when she was alive. That's crazy. Johnson picked up quite a few allies in his fight for justice for his daughter, including Army Colonel Ann Wright, who resigned from the U.S. Foreign Service in protest against the Iraq War, several journalists and Veterans for Peace, a national organization headquarters in St. Louis. Prior to the press conference updating activities surrounding the case, Michael, executive director of Veterans for Peace, said in the military there is an epidemic of sexual assault, not only to women, but to men as well. And that's one of the main things I want y'all, that we do know that is true, that in the military, there is an epidemic of sexual assault to both men and women. And men definitely go underreported, but they get sexually assaulted too. They get violated too. But they don't like to really report it because they don't want to feel, like they're less of men, that they was raped. But theirs go underreported, but they get raped too. But it's always, and we have so many cases that I've seen where fellow soldiers have been raped and nothing's been done about it, and they're forced to work with the same person that raped them and nothing be done about it. And if you do say something, they're going to find out that you said something, and they're going to make your time there a living hell. And that's why a lot of women don't want to come forward, because they don't do anything. And when they do speak up, they don't do anything. And then they get shamed by their fellow soldiers and isolated and treated wrong. So he offered a challenge to men. In order for us to ensure that our wives and daughters and aunts and women are safe, we have to step up to the plate, hold men accountable in order for this to stop. Johnson and his family intend to keep talking about the case and pursuing a thorough investigation until someone is held accountable in the death of his daughter. In July, Johnson is slated to speak about his daughter's case at a National Organization for Women conference in Besta, MD, as a panelist about rape and violence against women in the military. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. And I'm glad y'all sent this case to me. Because she definitely needs justice. We definitely going to be following this case as well and bringing her homicide, her death to the forefront, because this isn't right. She needs justice. Like, you can't just kill somebody and rape and try to cover it up, and it goes to the top. I mean, this person that murdered her didn't do it alone. It takes multiple people to cover up this. This goes all the way to the top. This is very deep. Bethesda, Maryland. Okay. Bethesda. She definitely deserves justice. Yeah, she does. She really does. She really does. And this is sickening. This is sickening. It's sickening. And I know they have cameras. So where are the cameras to show who left her living quarters? Then they had to have gone to get the lye, to pour the lye on the vagina. So there has to be some type of footage of someone going in and out of her room to pour, they have to go purchase it. Where's the receipts? Where's the cameras of these purchases of the lye? Like, who has lye laying around in their room? Nobody. So somebody would have had to have gone to get it. It's a bunch of questions. A bunch of questions. My husband was in from 1982 to 1986, so this has been going on forever. Okay, wow. The murderers are freaking mentally damaged beyond repair in order to do this. Yes, thanks for your service. Definitely. Or, yep, I didn't think about it. It could be on the base, but either way, he had to have left the living quarters to go and literally, he had to go get it. Unless he already brought it with him in the room. Yeah. Yeah. And it makes you wonder, is it someone that wanted to be with her and she said no, or wanted to sleep with her and she said no? Because some men, you can't tell them no, especially in the Army on the base. You can't tell them no. They take that personal. Some men feel like they have a right to you. Some men think they have a right to you, especially in the Army, where you cannot tell them no. You tell them no, they're going to take it. So it does sound personal, like someone is upset, like they're very upset with her. They have a personal issue with her because you're mutilating her genitals is a telltale sign right there. The mutilated genitals. Very, yes, almost down to a hate crime. Almost down to a hate crime. And you see the mutilated genitals in the hate crimes. So I go come in home with the service member, go through just as much as we do. Yeah, and we're definitely praying the family gets justice, and we're going to continue to follow this case. We're going to continue to follow the case and report any updates, and we're going to continue to pray for the family as well, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That's no reason why her case isn't open. This is not suicide. She didn't do that to herself. If she killed herself, then it would have been just that, a gunshot wound to the head and the body left as is. You wouldn't have a need to mutilate her genitals. You wouldn't have a need. She wouldn't have a broken nose. She wouldn't have teeth missing, swollen face. She wouldn't have those type of things if it was just a simple suicide. It wouldn't be that. So this is a clear Direct eye shot of murder. Nothing else but murder. And a cover up that we always see a lot of times on these army bases. They tend to cover it up. And these women have a right to go if they want to fight for their country. They have a right to want to go fight for their country in peace and not have to worry about, is somebody going to come into my room tonight? Is somebody going to rape me? You already have to fight to even prove that you're equal, that you're even capable of fighting in the army. Not only that, you got to worry about being raped and sexually assaulted. So they're not making it easier or safe for women, especially when you're not doing nothing about it, when there is a rape that occurs, or when there is a sexual assault or a murder. When you don't do your job, they're not safe. I would not want my daughter, because I have one daughter, I would not want her to go to the Army, to the Navy, to the military. Nowhere. I would go crazy if something happened to her. If somebody did something to her, I would go crazy. It's just not safe, and it should be suitable for women to go. They have a right to. They have a right to. But these cases happen. It was a year? Last year, another Army lady, she was cut up and disposed of. And it's just, it's crazy. And they covered that up. They just covered it up. So it's just, it's wild. It's crazy. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But I'm getting ready to get up off of here. I just seen Angie went live. So, but I'm getting ready to get up off of here. But we're definitely going to follow this case. Anything happens or occurs, I'm definitely going to be bringing it on this channel. I'm also looking at another case, Crystal Kaiser. That's another victim of a crime that we got to address and keep watch on. One of you guys sent that to me, Crystal Kaiser. So I got to look at her case and see what happened to her, how she was victimized. Because it's just a lot of crimes that's been occurring, and we need to cover all aspects of the crimes. But I said, oh Lord, not Andy tonight. No, I think she's doing a simple story. Yeah, so I also want to go over Gannon Stotch. Like, I definitely am going to go over a lot of these different cases. That's crazy. We definitely got to go over a lot of these cases. But any updates, I'm definitely going to upload it. Either make a video or come live, one of the two. But love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure your post notification bell is on so you'll know every time I come through with a new video. And I will see y'all next time I go live. Y'all have a great night. Not yet. Hold on. I was just about to think she doing the first story you did. Oh. Yeah. I don't. Okay. No, thank y'all. No problem. No problem. I have a great, great night. And I will love you too. Opinion with Sherry. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I might be on a little bit earlier tomorrow because I want to talk about what was found on another case. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Let me end it.